My name is Frank Bradley. I'm a corporal with the Seaford Police Department. I've been a police officer for going on 12 years. Started my career in Laurel, was a canine officer there, and took a job here in Seaford. I knew I wanted to be a first responder. When I was younger, my dad's best friend was a Delaware State Trooper, and my grandfather was a retired corrections officer. And just seeing them guys and seeing, what they do and how they help people and some of the crazy, outrageous stories that they told. My dad used to make me go out the room when a certain story come up, but he didn't know I just went up the stairs and shut my door, thinking that I could still listen to it. So I didn't know up until the other day that I actually got caught doing that. So I thought that was pretty neat. My favorite part is to be able to help people and interact with the community, and also working with the best group of guys. Less than 1% do not fit this uniform. We have hearts, we have families. We wouldn't do this job if we didn't care about people. It's not about putting handcuffs on people. I tell the guys when we get out of the academy and I FTO them, I'm like, it's not about just running after the bad guy all the time. It's about helping people. I'm a Christian, and I really didn't know where I was going with this job. And in 2009, I was working down in Laurel. I got called to a missing 3-year-old. There was a guardian, had a 5-year-old little boy and a 3-year-old little girl. The guardian, I guess, had fell asleep, and the kids went outside. And when the guardian woke up, he went outside and he located the 5-year-old. Well, he asked where his sister was, and of course, due to the age and the communication barrier there, he really didn't know. And he got scared and called police. So anyway, they asked me to respond over, so I did. So, and something just come over me, and I was like, I'm gonna leave the dog in the car, and I'm just gonna walk the yards and see if I can find her. Like if I was a little girl, where would I go? If I was a kid. So now this place where I was at, it was a nice housing development outside Laurel. So I get up and I start walking through some yards, and there's the pond is right there. And so I see this white picket fence, and had the gate open. So I walked through the gate, and there was a pool there. And I start walking down the pool, and I see this large beach ball. I was like, man, that thing is big. So I start walking towards it, go out the other end, and as I walked past the beach ball, I noticed there was this 3-year-old girl floating in the pool. So I jumped in and I grabbed her and I pulled her out and started doing CPR on her. And so I called in the SUSCOM and let them know what I had going on. And like the whole time I was doing chest compressions on her, I'm like, come on, baby girl, don't do this. So I've done CPR on a lot of people. I've seen a lot of bad things, but I think that was the worst. Anyway, I kept doing chest compressions, and finally when the ambulance pulled up, and I just run her straight to the ambulance. And I handed her to the paramedics that were back there, and she took off. And I just, I think that was probably the most hardest thing I've ever had to do. And after that, I didn't know what to feel. My eyes were filled up, my heart was racing. It was, I just didn't know. So I went behind a house and just knelt down, started praying, started crying, and I didn't know what I'd do because I was just hoping that this little girl would make it, So after I got my stuff together, I went back to the PD and I was praying hard and hoping that this little girl would make it, and come to find out, she had passed away. I didn't know why that would happen to me, but I figured that, God put me there, for a reason, and maybe I handled it the best for Him. But come to find out, to bring a little light to that story, I was asked to speak at our church about something, and that there come up to me. The grandmother of that child was listening to me speak the other day, and had no idea who I was, and I found out this little girl's name, and so it turned a bad story into a good story to me, So, and just let them know, they really appreciate what I do, and and that's an everyday basis for first responders, even the fire department, and us, and we really care about each other, and we care about the public. Yeah, I really want to thank you guys, and I want to thank my police department, and the Lord forgive me a chance to do what I do. And I thank my wife. I mean, I'm married to one of the most gorgeous women in the world, and I got a little girl, and I got a son who's 13, handsome man, you know, and they look at me as like their hero, you know, and you know, it's pretty cool to be able to say that, you know. I want to be a role model for them. So it feels good when they say, I want to be like you, you know. So.
If you are a local hero looking to buy a home, we have built a program especially for you to help save you money and make home ownership more affordable. So reach out to us or anyone on our team to find out more details. We'd love to help you and give thanks the best way that we can.